and a strong commitment to safety. Empire is growing, and we're hiring motivated people ready to grow with us. We build each other up, and we're building something big. Think you've got what it takes? Apply now at empire-fence.com. That's empire-fence.com.
Are you tired of your usual barbershop experience? Stop into Scissors and Scotch today. I know what you're thinking. Drink during a haircut? Don't worry. First comes the precision cut from one of their experienced barbers, followed by your complimentary cocktail in their upscale lounge. Scissors and Scotch blends your old school barber feel with your favorite watering hole. And now you can earn $10 off by simply mentioning the ticket. And if you're an existing member, still mention the ticket for an exclusive offer. Offer valid at Lincoln location only. Scissors and Scotch, located just south of 30th and Yankee Hill, and online at lincoln.scissorscotch.com.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches, too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krikak of State Farm Insurance.
Carmela's Bistro and Wine Bar in Lincoln reminds listeners to keep our local farmers in your heart during the fall harvest season. Our local farmers work hard to provide for our daily meals all year round. Carmela's Bistro and Wine Bar, located at 4141 Pioneer Woods Drive in Lincoln, offers fresh and delicious pasta, seafood, hand-cut steaks, and a wide variety of wines. For reservations, call 402-489-0005. The staff at Carmela's Bistro and Wine Bar in Lincoln are forever grateful to the dedication of our local farmers.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2. 93.7 The Ticket is proud to provide listeners with daily opportunities to win contests and prizes on our airwaves, and would like to take this opportunity to remind you of a couple rules. All participants must be 21 or older and must wait 30 days after winning a prize to participate in another contest. Once you win, you have 30 days to pick up your prize at the KNTK Studios, 1040 O Street in Lincoln, or your prize will be forfeited. Thank you for participating in our contests, and thank you for listening to 93.7 The Ticket.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. It's time to go one-on-one with DP. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Here is your host, Derek Pearson, brought to you by Canopy Street Market.
Boom. In your face.
In your face.
On a Monday, 11:02 Lincoln time. Wind expected today. Sunny skies. Gorgeous. Gorgeous. You're absolutely gorgeous today. It's good to be back. 402-464-5685 is the Starter Heyman text line. You want to be a part of what we're doing, and you can. You are invited to do so. Appreciate you hanging out with us. You can follow on all the live video streams, Facebook, YouTube, X, Allo Channel 961, and the Ticket app. Amazon Prime if you're fancy. And some of you are. We know this. I'm going to cue up Jake Bakoven because I know he needs to scramble. We're going to make him scramble like Ridge Lovett at a national championship wrestling level and to give him away. He'll figure out a way to come out on top. If you would, please, Bach, pay the bills. Pay the bills.
Yeah, today's show is sponsored by Hamilton Telecommunications, bringing you the latest quality technology and communication service since 1901, whether it's residential or business. Hamilton has the answer. Visit hamiltontel.com for more info today.
Thank you, kind sir. Greatly appreciated. We thank the folks from Hamilton for all that they do and help us do. It's simple for me. It's good to be back. I had to. I'm a little jet lagged. Vancouver to Lincoln, Nebraska is not an easy transition. But Vancouver's gorgeous. Beautiful town, beautiful people, great event, great weekend. Shout out. I made a post yesterday and just letting Nebraska know to be proud of its sons. Because, of course, we have Anthony Leinhart-Smith, a Nebraska kid, who is one of the major voices of UFC worldwide. And I got to walk the building with Anthony and to see the fan reaction and the love shared for him. And then Nebraska's own, Millard North's own Drew Dober, who through some friction, through a tough night and a tough sequence in his career, found a way. He found a way. Nebraska gritty, Nebraska tough, Nebraska strong. He showed all those things Saturday night to get basically a come from behind win. He had to throw a Hail Mary. Like they took a point away from him for a kick, and there's no other way for him to win but to get a finish. So what did he do? He Nebraska'd up and got the finish. We'll have him on as well. Got to spend time with nephew Kyle the Monster Nelson, who also had an interesting night in Vancouver. He had a premature stoppage, Jake. a premature stoppage. And all the men cringed. He got into some ground and pound in the first period, and the official jumped in to stop it. And, everybody celebrated and they thought it was over. And then the official said, "No, I made a mistake. I thought I heard the bell. There were still 43 seconds left." And so they continued the fight. And Kyle manned up and got it done. And big win for the family. He's got a newborn on the way, got a baby daughter on the way. So he's got lots going on. So through all of that, I had to rush from the UFC weigh-in Friday afternoon to get back to the hotel in time to watch the Huskers. And I'll say this. While disappointed, I wasn't surprised. We talked last week, and I said that the 8.5 point spread was just bonkers. There's nothing in the metrics. There's nothing analytically that if you look at those two teams and the style of play and the matchups to say that's an 8.5 point Nebraska spread sort of game. And I felt a little weird about it. And Bach, I mean, we had the discussion. I was like, man, this is a lot. This is a lot. And the Minnesota team plays a certain style, and styles make fights. And this was a fight. This wasn't a football game. This was a fight. This was. We often talk about in the coaching circles that I've been in. We talk about commitment to execution. Commitment to execution. That a player or a group of players will to commit to executing a play evolves over the course of the game. And at some point, often, one team commits to that execution at a higher level than the other. And whether that be through adjustments, change of mentality, change of energy, change of vibe, or simply choosing to be more physical, more aware. That's what happened. And Bach, you you could tell me that you were fighting for if I put your wallet behind you in a room and open the door and put the wallet on the floor behind you, your commitment to executing and keeping Jay Foreman away or keeping Adam Carriker away would start out at a high level. But the longer Adam Carriker pushed against you, the lower that commitment becomes. Why? Because quite simply, the force and the engagement requires it. There's a moment you realize that either I'm tough enough to withstand the lean on or not. And it looked like Minnesota committed to the execution. Their commitment to the execution. They leaned on Nebraska. They leaned on them, and they leaned on them heavy. I say that to say this. A wonderful sports adage is this: there's nothing wrong that a win won't cure. There's nothing wrong with this team that a win won't cure.
Don't tell Billy Napier that.
Well, no. If Billy had paid attention, Billy would have a job today.
They did win.
No. Bach, winning cures. He didn't even have a 500 record. Was it 22 and 23? Maybe 23 and 22.
I gotta look it up.
Something very 500-ish.
Yeah, it's
right
below.
Right,
I believe, yes.
Right. Winning cures a lot because it allows you to explain why people should believe that winning is the way. Winning is your way. That you have answers to questions. College football, college athletics, and specifically Big Ten football is about your ability to handle friction. Because you're always going to face friction in the Big Ten. It could be the weather. It could be size, massive linemen on both sides of the ball. It could be exceptional speed players at the skill position. It could be big arm quarterback. It could be toughness quarterbacks who, Tommy Frazier their way into specific levels of success. But all of those things, can you handle the friction? And if you handle the friction, you win games. If you don't handle the friction, you don't win games. At Maryland, they handled the friction. It wasn't pretty, but they figured out a way through all the friction and all the mistakes. Now, when it's repetitive mistakes, people don't buy in. It's you still haven't fixed that. Right, Bach? If you ordered dinner from your favorite place, right, and they convince you that they can make the thing that you enjoy the most the right way, except for one Friday they put onions in and you didn't want onions, right? And you went, I still love you, but these onions, man, handle this. And then the next time they handle the onions, but then you come back 2 Fridays later, Bach, there's more onions. You starting to buy? Or there's some doubt rolling in that maybe you're not capable of getting this right anymore. Nebraska found out some things about itself Friday night. But that's what Big Ten football is. It's never the same week to week. Stop me if you've heard this before. Nebraska will go into this week's Big Ten game at a crossroads against a team with the same record it has and an opportunity to change the direction, path, elevation, and location of their season. And the same can be said for their opponent. Stop me if you've heard that before. Most weeks in the Big Ten, this is what happens in the Big Ten. Ask Penn State. Ask Wisconsin. That if you're in the middle third of the Big Ten, guess what? Each week is a crossroads game. That's why you're in the middle of the pack. There's a crossroads for Ohio State and Indiana. What? Oregon? No, they're on the high road. They're right. Matter of fact, they got a freeway. They got a fast car and their own lane. That middle pack of folks, their season goes from week to week, week to week to week to week to week to week. And the question becomes, did you learn from last week's lessons? So then Bach, I'll ask you, what's the biggest thing you learned Friday night?
I don't know. Unfortunately, it's not new. I think the pass protection problem is not getting better. I think there was a week when we thought, okay, they only gave up 1 sack the previous week. Hasn't looked pretty this season, but maybe they're taking steps in the right direction. They went back to where they were, and then I don't think it's been a big problem all year, but the missed tackling on the other side of the ball really. And we've seen it before against Michigan. There's a big, long drive. Minnesota had these big, long drives where you had opportunities to get them off the field. Same thing happened against Michigan. So there are things that are reappearing that have been problematic from the beginning of the year.
Those reappearing flaws. Those reappearing flaws. That is if you really want to talk, you talk about the reappearing successes, the consistent successes, but you also have to talk about the reappearing flaws. And you have to talk about those reappearing flaws because you just lost a game where it was obvious. It was obvious. You can hide them in a win. You can't hide them in a loss. They are the loss. The flaws are the loss. You can hide them in the win, the consistent good. But my goodness gracious. Now, you can check all the boxes and say, well, you lose Rocco Spindler, you lose Elijah Pritchett, you played without Malcolm Hartzog again, but then people start to fall and the balances. But here's the thing, the people that you put in the game, the people that you practice with, all the stuff that Nebraska talks about, the coaching staff talks about, with getting player reps, right? Active reps. We give good reps. We give high volume, highly effective reps at practice. We do that. That is the thing that we do well. Why do you need to do that well? So that when you have to replace Pritchett and Spindler, you have people that are prepared for the moment. But PJ Fleck in his post-game conference talked about, we went back to basics. It's blocking and tackling for us. They went back to the basics. And if there's flaws in the basic, if there's flaws in the foundation, it shows up. I don't care what kind of house you put on the foundation if it's cracked. Look, you can dress it up and put all sorts of fancy furniture in it and, do all the Christmas lights and all that stuff. But if the foundation sucks, eventually it's going to crash. So you have to fix at the foundation. You have to get back to basics. Running, blocking, tackling. And you probably should put blocking first and then running. But we have to identify if pass protection is issue one. And I'm not sure it is. It's certainly in the top three, but the fact that you have top three is a problem. Right? You can tell the state of a program and a team by the number of questions you have about it. So we can get into all the questions we have about this Nebraska football team. But then it becomes this. Can it be fixed with a win against Northwestern? Because it means that you got back to the basics. You have to tackle well against Northwestern. You have to block well against Northwestern. They're going to be in the right place. Run fits are going to be solid, right? They're not going to throw it around a lot. And the throws that they make are low risk. Except they've got a 10-7 quarterback with 10 touchdowns, 7 interceptions, who's a bit of a gunslinger because sometimes he has to. He doesn't have the skill players that Nebraska has. But he does have two elite runners that they give the ball to. They've rushed the ball 50 more times than Nebraska has this season. So what does that feel like to you? They're going to come in here and pound the rock and then lure Nebraska into a broken tackle or a missed assignment in the secondary to get a play. But running, blocking, tackling, and then making your kicks should be the basics in which this team works from. So then, Bach, I ask you this. In the pass pro, what do you think the problem is? Is it scheme? Is it technique? Is it bad eyes tell lies, right? Is it footwork? What do you think it is?
I mean, I think it's a combination. A lot of people, obviously, you want to kind of break down how much of this is on Dillon, right? And how much of it's on the offensive line, running backs chipping. I've said it kind of, so unfortunately, it's not as bad as it has been, but a lot of it, I think you also have to look at play calling here, because you have to acknowledge and address, at least acknowledge your shortcomings. And I think in the future, if Nebraska, for the rest of the season, is just going to say, all right, let's sling it down the field. Let's see what we can get done here. You're not acknowledging what you're struggling with, or at least maybe you're hoping you're getting better. But at a certain point, maybe acknowledge that this team on this day has your number in there. So, I mean, I was very disappointed in play calling. You scored 6 points, so you're pretty disappointed in everything. But I mean, at this point too, it's been a long time, and I've addressed it as a program issue, not necessarily a team issue. Nebraska as a program has only done Benhart and Corcoran for like 6 years. Well, Benhart's gone and Corcoran is still there, but he's obviously a little bit beat up from his playing time. One way or the other, those have been solid tackles, not next level great tackles. And Nebraska has not been able to address that through 2 coaching staffs now, and here we are again. So it's I think it is a variety of issues. I don't just point at the offensive line coach. I don't just point at even the tackles. I don't just point at Dillon. It's an overall team problem. But pass protection altogether is a gigantic problem. Whatever way you want to, who you want to point the blame at most.
Bach, do I ever ask you about synchronized swimming?
Not often. This might be the first.
You know why?
Why is that?
Because I don't think it's your area of expertise. It's not putting you in a place where you can succeed. Play calling, schematics, all of those things. Understanding who your players are physically, understanding who they are emotionally, understanding who they are intellectually. That's culture. That's the part of culture and play calling. That the psychology behind it is, I know what my guys can do. I know what they can do best. Now, if they're not doing it, I have to stop asking you to do it. I have to stop asking you to do it. And I have to have another plan when that happens. Oh, you know what? This is of our 5 linemen, there are 2 bad matchups. There are 2 bad matchups. And then you say, hey, man, maybe double up. Maybe I'll double up on the guys that are giving me trouble. But if you double up and then a linebacker runs over your tailback in pass pro, hey, man, maybe that's not it. Maybe that's not it. Maybe I need quicker developing plays, pass plays. Maybe I need different route combinations because maybe they're on my route combinations. Or maybe I need to get better releases from my receivers who get pressed at the line of scrimmage and takes 2.3 seconds before them to get vertical and get to the top of their routes, right? Because that 2.3 is enough time for somebody at 1.7 to get Dillon, or at least to change his eyes. Easy throws. There are easy throws against, listen, if you bring a linebacker against me, hey, Bach, you know where that linebacker was? That's where I'm going to attack. There are ways, if you're willing to adjust and then play call to the advantage. But if they're bringing linebackers, hey, man, throw the pressure. That's not a new football thing. You can't be defensively in 2 places. You have 11 defenders, bro. Guess what it is? Now, the problem also as well is that along with whatever Dillon sees, whatever they called, right? So then their keys and whatever Dillon sees, bad eyes tell lies. And if you don't see a win, you have to know immediately, okay, I've got 1.6 seconds to get this ball out of my hand. Forget about the high percentage rate, completions. Sometimes I need 3 or 4 throwaways to keep my sanity and to keep myself safe and to keep those stats off the board. Right? There are a bunch of things wrong. But I also think that if you drew it up, that the perfect team from the Big Ten to come into Memorial Stadium on a Saturday at 11 o'clock to fix the basic things at the highest level. A game that is not going to be, it'll be a highly intelligent game, but it will not be, you aren't going to face the fastest opponent. You aren't going to face the biggest opponent. You're going to face, and you're not facing an unfamiliar opponent. You're facing a team that, quite frankly, is in the same place you are. Because if Northwestern comes in here and wins, they're 6-2 bowl eligible. And they celebrate on your field. But, Bach, what have we said since day one? Nebraska has to stop beating Nebraska. That wasn't a Michigan issue. That was toughness, awareness, having a scheme in play, having answers to the friction, because the friction's coming. It's Big Ten football. The friction is always coming. Point of attack football always happens in the Big Ten. Making solid decisions with the ball from the pocket, always Big Ten football. Getting runners to the ground in open field, always Big Ten football. Minnesota just played it better than Nebraska did. And that's not pro-Minnesota. That's, hey, Nebraska, get your play call together. Get your schematics together. Get your technique together. Get your mindset together. Those are all Nebraska things. The film study, hey, man, I made the mistake of getting in that game, that film study. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. This had so little to do with PJ Fleck in Minnesota. This was attitude, ego, intent, and commitment to execution by Nebraska for Nebraska. If in the passing game, if you drop 25 times and they get to your guy 10, stop dropping back. Stop holding the ball. Run the dang ball. In football, there are ways to fix simple problems. Get back to the basics. Go back to square one. And it's a shame that you have to go back to week one in week 8. Go back to square one in week 8. But you have to, because we know Northwestern is going to be in the right place at the right time. We know they're going to understand their assignments. We know they're going to be in the right place, and they're going to effort, and they'll be highly skilled. They showed that to Penn State. We saw that. And if they're not afraid of Penn State, they're not afraid of Nebraska. So then it's about Nebraska. And in that locker room, my hope is this, that they took it personal. Every single lineman took it personal. To his gut, take it personal. To the receivers that couldn't get open in routes and didn't get the targets that they, take it personal. To Dylan, take it personal, bruh. That's a personal attack on Dylan Raiola. Take it personal. Emmett, you didn't give me the ball 25 times. Take it personal. Demand the dang ball. Defensive lineman got pushed around, mollywop, dragged around. No. Take it personal. Take it personal. Special teams, you get single opportunities to make plays. You didn't. Take it personal. This is a take it personal weekend. I don't care who the opponent is. It's about Nebraska. Can you fix the things that you do? The things, control the controllables. One of the great coach speaks ever. Control the controllables. Hey, man, blocking and tackling, that's grown man work. Is this team grown? We're going to find out on Saturday against Northwestern.
Download our app by searching 93.7 The Ticket in your app store. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Carmela's Bistro and Wine Bar in Lincoln reminds listeners to keep our local farmers in your heart during the fall harvest season. Our local farmers work hard to provide for our daily meals all year round. Carmela's Bistro and Wine Bar, located at 4141 Pioneer Woods Drive in Lincoln, offers fresh and delicious pasta, seafood, hand-cut steaks, and a wide variety of wines. For reservations, call 402-489-0005. The staff at Carmela's Bistro and Wine Bar in Lincoln are forever grateful to the dedication of our local farmers.
Imagine starting your day with a computer glitch that leaves you feeling stuck, frustrated, and unable to get your work done. You have 1,000,001 things to get done today, and waiting for the tech issue to solve itself isn't one of them. It's time to let Hamilton handle the tech so you don't have to. We help businesses across the state spend more time on what they do best and less time frustrated with office technology. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we're focused on providing custom solutions that set you up for success now and in the future. Connect with us today at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mainly sunny skies and it will be windy. Afternoon high around 68. Tonight, mainly clear skies, a continued breeze, a low around 46. And tomorrow, we'll see plentiful sunshine, a continued breeze, afternoon high near 61. Meteorologist Kyle Becker from 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Hungry for something real? Come to HF Crave, Lincoln's favorite spot for burgers that are anything but basic. Locally sourced Nebraska beef, hand-cut fries, and bold flavors that'll make your taste buds cheer. Whether you're craving the classics or ready to try something wild, they've got the burger that gets you. HF Crave. Fresh, local, craveable. Find them at 48th and Holdridge or order online at hfcrave.com.
Harvest season is here, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade now. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's akrs.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends September 30th, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com. Comfort food, but make it vegan. At Rutabagas, they're serving all your crave-worthy classics. Mac and cheese, loaded nachos, Philly cheesesteaks, all 100% plant-powered and 100% delicious. Catch them at their cozy spot at 70th and Vine or find their food truck rolling through the streets of Lincoln. So whether you're vegan, veg curious, or just hungry for comfort food with a twist, Rutabagas has a plate waiting for you. Find them on Instagram for their food truck location and specials. Rutabagas, where comfort meets compassion.
When the clock strikes 0 after every Nebraska football game, there's only one place to go for instant coverage. Tune in for the Husker After Party Postgame Show on 93.7 The Ticket for each game, win or lose. Call in with all your takes or text the show at 464-5685 and hear quotes from the players and coaches too. It's the Husker After Party Postgame Show, sponsored by Anderson Ford and Vinny Krikak of State Farm Insurance.
Prepare for the Maximum Fun Tour. A day to remember. Yellow Card. Pinnacle Bank Arena. Friday, October 31st. Special guests, The Wonder Years and Dinosaur Pileup. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The Maximum Fun Tour. A day to remember. Yellow Card.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Copple Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Copple is also celebrating its 50th anniversary We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Koppel Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at koppelcars.com.
Rosie's Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road, just south of 14th and Highway 2.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing. Heating and air.
and electrical.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Appreciate y'all hanging out with us. Carricker up next, then Bach in the black shirt. Old school. Foreman and Norman. Full lineup of late nights, and then dos Monday night football games. Back-to-back Monday night football games on the brick and mortar. So you'll have to have us on the streams. Please do so. Prepare yourselves. Get the Ticket app. Download. Get to the social media. If you haven't followed us on social media, it allows you to get the local content. I don't know if y'all figured that out yet or not, but when we go with national programming, you can just, if you, X will tell you, hey, there's a new show on the Ticket. Facebook will tell you there's a new show on the Ticket. YouTube will tell you. If you subscribe and follow, it will tell you when the new programming, local programming. So in order for you to hear the nonprofits, the student athletes, the coaches shows, no matter what's going on, you'll have the opportunity. We'll get to the text. DP, I agree. Northwestern's on a 4-game winning streak, and Nebraska is down, so give Northwestern a big advantage. Northwestern won't beat themselves like Nebraska will. As I said, this is about Nebraska. This entire week, fix Nebraska. Improve Nebraska. Play like Nebraska. Whatever that is. And some people will start that with run the ball, but you got to block first. You got to block, and you got to commit, and you got to – listen, if you don't know Northwestern's front seven, they're going to pack the box, stack the box. Are you willing to stay committed to it? Death by 1,000 paper cuts. Dave Braska says, I think it's simple as stop throwing the ball downfield so much and run the ball more. Look, PJ Flex said it. We decided going into the week that we had to do the basics better. We had to do less better. Get all fancy with the bells and whistles and all the extreme complicated route combinations and sequences and holding the ball and timing and all those things. And quite frankly, if your fat guys up front don't move people, football's tough in the Big Ten. If your fat people don't stop people in the Big Ten, it's hard to win. All the pretty boys and glamour boys get all the TikTok and all the Instagram and all that stuff. But hey, man, if your fat dudes don't play well, it's a problem. It's a problem. It's hard to do. Saturday better be some fat man football. It better be some fat man football. That's all I'm going to say. Old Dad 34, how can the lack of effort be fixed? Let me say this. Effort, it's all the coach speak. Effort is the one thing I should not have to trigger. It should not have to trigger effort. Effort is caring. Effort is pride. Effort is confidence and belief. Effort understands that, you know what? I know what we're doing. I know what we're doing. Chaos can only happen. Lack of effort can only happen when you're not sure about what you're doing. But if you focus on the basics, run fit, hands in the right place, good footwork, active hands, core engaged, eyes to the ball or eyes to the defender, counting numbers, understanding where the advantage is, and then tackling people and getting them to the ground, and then resisting tackle when running with the ball. But that allows that. That's effort. Effort. Look, you can't make a 20-year-old want to play football. They have to want. Listen. I need to come to dinner table hungry. I need to come to the dinner table hungry. That's like asking somebody to eat, man. Listen, it better be a part of your nature. You put a steak on the plate, I'm going to do some work. You don't have to convince me to eat a steak. What's wrong with that? Effort is just that. It is a choice. That's the Jay Foreman choice thing. And a coach cannot coach effort. You can't. It's heart. It's guts. It's grit. It's all the catchphrase stuff. But at the basic level of blocking and tackling, that's effort. Those are effort. That's not scheme awareness and no. Blocking and tackling? Bro, that's football. Don't make it complicated. Don't turn football into a patty cake game, not Nebraska. Let your big guys eat, man. And if your big guys can't eat, you got the wrong big guys. But there's that part. There's that part. Nick and McCoy says, 2 coaching staff, but same O-line coach. Fair statement. And here's the thing. Whether you're pro-rail O-line coach or not, the reality is he can change the narrative. He can change the conversation. Better yet, he can have a conversation. He can make the statement about what's going on, what he sees, and what's going on. Because I guarantee he knows more about what's going on in that room than we do. I think a big problem is that it's not being heard. Bach, is that a fair statement?
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how this week plays out. Certainly, the press conference coming up because, again, they're 131st, I think, in the nation as far as sacks given up. So again, you point your fingers wherever you want to go. You're bad at it. Yeah,
if you said to me that you're not good enough, your offensive line play isn't good enough, running the football against Northwestern will fix a lot of evils. It'll heal a lot of what ails you. That all of that is true. Cubscure, how you doing, bro? On Monday, he says not that it was good before Elijah got ejected, but losing him and Rocco didn't help. Next man up. Next man up, especially when it comes to the fat dudes. When it comes to the big units, yeah. Look, you got to play football. Listen, if I'm lineman number 6 or 7 and I get a chance to go out there and road grade and tear up some people, oh man, I'm happy as pig and slop. Let me go get this. I'm not asking you to run 40-yard sprints. I'm asking you to be a big dude and play like a big dude. I'm not asking you to dance and get on skates and be out there and be No, sir. At the basic level for offensive line play in the Big Ten, can you put your paws and on people, thicken your neck, and drive your legs and move them? That's what this is. Simple. Sam, man, how you doing, bro? Yeah, you're right. Sun came up. Beautiful day. Beautiful day. All that stuff, right? See, Munden, how you doing on a Monday? So I was hoping after Michigan game, our offensive lineman would have stepped back and said, okay, it's time to do better. After Minnesota loss, I see boys just rolling over, not trying to be Debbie Downer, but if those boys really wanted to flip the script, it would have been after that Michigan game. No, sometimes you know what you say to the person that has 2 black eyes? Nothing. They didn't listen the first time. They didn't listen the first time. Now, are they smarter today than they were Friday night? Yes. They know that level of play was not acceptable. Let's see. You get another opportunity. The beauty of Big Ten football. Hey, man. Didn't get it right. UCLA's figured it out. Indiana's figured it out. Northwestern's figured it out. There's a way. Bach, there's a way. Get back to the basics. If you can block and tackle in the Big Ten, you're going to be successful. The Ohio States and Indianas have gotten elite in the peripheral stuff because they're so good foundationally. They're so good with the bigs on either side of the ball that they don't make mistakes. They don't make mistakes in blocking. You know why? They have a cute pass scheme. They have a cute pass pro. But quite frankly, if I got a 200-pound running back asking him to block 235, 240-pound full steamroller linebackers, it ain't going to go well for my quarterback or my running back. That's just me. And if you're going to go pass pro, go full pass pro. Put another tight end back there. Let him block. Put somebody that's 240 pounds, 250 pounds back there. And say, Emmett, hey, Dylan, we're just not going to throw you the ball. We're not going to throw the ball to Emmett out of the backfield. We're going to go 3-man route combination because we'll hold. There are ways. There are ways. But you can't just go get out there and make plays. The fat guys need to be a wall and push people backwards. Can you say fat guys on air? Yep. My time in Carolina, we had a charity called the Run for it was called Fat Guys Charity. It was based on the offensive linemen for the Carolina Panthers. Matt Elliott from Michigan, Greg Skrepenek, Frank Garcia, Norberto Davids Garrido, Blake Brockermeyer. We had Wesley Walls. We had some Howard Griffin from the Big Ten Network when he was the fullback there. Tim Biaka. It was based on running the football. Number of first downs and rushing yards, and people donated. The number of pancake blocks got additional donations. It was called the Run for Daylight program, but it was Fat Guy Charities. They took pride in it. Hey, man, we ain't cute. We ain't pretty. We're just the fat guys who move humans. The Fat Guy Moving Company. And that's what needs to happen Saturday. Get T-shirts made. This is the Nebraska Moving Company. We move people. We move bodies. On purpose. What? You want success Saturday? Tell me the Nebraska Moving Company is active at Memorial Stadium and we got a party going. If you don't, it's going to be a long Saturday and a long season. Fred Nat Horberg says, I thought they played distracted along with a week, hearing way too many good things about themselves. How you handle success is vital. It's vital. Vital. Byron Hawk, we have 25 O-linemen. No excuse you can't find a decent O-line. He has 4 years, no improvement. All true. We can drive around farms all over the state and find big boys who can throw hail and can rustle cattle, and we understand. 9 sacks is crazy business. Crazy business. So at least we're not Wisconsin fans. All fair. You know, Bill and Bennett says being great in the weight room proves nothing on the field if you can't move your opponent. But here's the thing: big size without the ability to generate explosion is just cement. It's just mud. You've got to be able to explode and move people. You got to be able to generate energy, move people, be explosive, and move people. And moving 300-pound men in the Big Ten is football business. That's how you're evaluated. You can get later to the explosive defensive ends, like we had the years of the Chase Youngs and Bosa's the Hutchinsons that you chased down. But that was next level. Because if I could line up and get an angle on Chase Young so I could run off tackle, we're going to have a successful day. If they're going to get upfield, I can attack the inside tackle. That's just how it works. No defensive player could be 2 places at the same time. You want to get upfield? I'm going to take you upfield, man. Gone upfield. I see you at the sideline. You're going to crash? You know what? I'm going to crash with you. My body, your body, we're going to push things. Moving company, best man wins. I don't know when we decided that wasn't Big Ten football. It's still Big Ten football. Ask Penn State. When your bigs get moved, you lose. Look at Indiana's front line. They don't make mistakes in footwork. They don't have their eyes in the wrong place. They're active with their hands because they're simple and still with their hands. They lock up, punch, explosive, move, and get it going. And then they go back to the huddle and they do it again. Same defensive front. Defensive line front. Listen, 300-pounders coming your way. I need to establish the line of scrimmage and then reestablish it on your side of the ball. Sounds pretty simple, isn't it, Bot?
It can be.
Those are the basics of football. Those are the basics of big man football. Those are the basics of Big Ten football. And Nebraska has several days this week to reassess and get back to the goodness, the glory, the beauty, the power, the strength of Nebraska strong offensive and defensive line football. It will make all the skill positions better when the fat guys win. We'll be right back.
Watch live on Facebook, YouTube, or Twitch. You're listening to One-on-One with DP on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Bill Mitchner, Executive Director of Lincoln Lighthouse. Did you know Lighthouse provides multiple programs for students such as one-on-one tutoring and mentoring, as well as pro-social skill exercises, while providing them a nourishing meal and a safe space during all months of the year, even during school breaks? Learn more or contribute to Lighthouse at lincolnlighthouse.org today.
The party is back on in Lincoln this fall, and there's no party like the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the whole ticket crew for 2.5 hours of pregame coverage before every home and away game this football season as they get you ready for the game. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show at our downtown studio at 11th and O, sponsored by Select Plumbing, Raising Cane's, Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Currency, and the Kindler Hotel.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program by building a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting lincolnteammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Harvest season is here, and Acres has discounted many of our late model John Deere combines. Get thousands in discounts and upgrade now. Plus, you could save even more with interest rates starting as low as 1.9% on select units. Low interest rates combined with our huge discounts, there's not a better time to buy. Visit acres.com for all the details. That's AKRS.com. Restrictions apply. Offer ends September 30th, 2025. Subject to approved financing. Offer may change at any time without notice.
Rain, snow, or shine, John Henry's is here to keep your home's plumbing systems working properly no matter what kind of weather Nebraska throws at us. From unclogging toilets and drains to installing new water heaters and water treatment systems, John Henry's is your plumbing expert in the Lincoln and Omaha communities. Visit us at calljh.com or call
John Henry's.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
and electrical.
Hi, Sean Callahan here, and I've got some great news for you. Koppel Chevrolet GMC is proud to be the #1 fastest growing GMC dealer in the Omaha and Lincoln metros. Koppel is also celebrating its 50th anniversary. We want to say thank you to all of our customers that have helped us reach these milestones. So come see why so many customers, including myself, are choosing Koppel Chevrolet GMC for their automotive needs. Please check us out at koppelcars.com.
Hungry for something real? Come to HF Crave, Lincoln's favorite spot for burgers that are anything but basic. Locally sourced Nebraska beef, hand-cut fries, and bold flavors that'll make your taste buds cheer. Whether you're craving the classics or ready to try something wild, they've got the burger that gets you. HF Crave. Fresh, local, craveable. Find them at 48th and Holdridge or order online at hfcrave.com. If you're seeking a career with a growing company, Gaina Trucking and Excavating is hiring and looking for additions to their team. Gaina Trucking has a strong team culture, competitive pay, 401ks, and benefits like health, dental, and vision. Drivers are guaranteed 40 hours per week, even in the winter months, and are home every night. Start your career today at Gaina Trucking and Excavating. Apply today at gainatrucking.com. Bonsall Pool and Spa's annual Spooktacular sale is here. Now through November 1st, get an extra $1,000 off hot tubs at an already low sale price and get $500 off the already low sale prices on infrared and traditional saunas. All hot tub water care products and accessories are also for sale for the Spooktacular sale, now through November 1st at Bonsall Pool and Spa at 33rd and Highway 2. Call for more info at 402-488-0148 or visit bonzalpool.com.
Prepare for the Maximum Fun Tour. Let's go! A day to remember. Yellow card. Pinnacle Bank Arena. Friday, October 31st. Special guests, The Wonder Years and Dinosaur Pileup. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.com. The Maximum Fun Tour. A day to remember. Yellow card.
MWR is dedicated to building attractive, affordable steel buildings that exceed your expectations. From commercial to residential to agriculture storage, steel buildings are cost-effective, attractive, and versatile. Plus, they're a lasting investment and an ideal choice. MWR uses Sentinel Building Systems out of Albion and can service you all over the state and region. If you have interest in a steel building, post-frame building, or fencing, give MWR a call today at 402-980-5273 or go to mwrbuildingandfence.com.
You're listening to One on One with DP, brought to you by Canopy Street Market on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Final segment. Appreciate y'all. Really do. The best two words in all the sports. Game 7. Game 7. Jays. Nerves. It's the nerves. Who do you want to see the Dodgers? Bach, who do you want to see?
I really don't mind. I mean, these are my two. I don't know if I would consider myself an AL guy, I suppose, but I would prefer one of these two teams win it all together. And for either franchise, I think would be pretty exciting.
Yeah, it should be good. I love all hands on deck games. That means every pitcher's available, every player's available. Every game situation could end your season. It could be in the 4th inning. It could be in the 6th inning. It could be in the 9th or 12th inning. And that one at bat, that one play, that one fly ball, the one ground ball, the one throw, the one pitch, the one swing of the bat can end your season or make you a hero. It's really cool. It's really cool times in that space. Very well done through that. Shout out to Nebraska Bowling. Coach Klempa and the girls got a big win. Listen, they faced I want to say 7 of the top 10 programs in the country and won this week's tournament. Great effort. They've got some new talent to go with the bowler of the year, Jillian Martin. Haley Swindle did her thing. It was a great weekend for them. Of course, a great weekend for Nebraska volleyball. The number 1 ranked Huskers. They're the state champions for the state of Michigan. We appreciate that. We love it. They come back home Friday, Saturday night. Back-to-back opportunities. Hopefully, maybe tomorrow we'll look at tickets and what it would take to go see the Lady Skurs defend the home fort. And then we're just days away. We do want to report Mark Manning is back for Takedown Tuesdays going forward. He and Ridge Lovett will alternate depending on what's going on with the schedules. We'll have coaches and other wrestlers come in and be a part of the conversations as well. But Mark Manning will be back tomorrow. Jalen Reyes will pre-record for tomorrow as well. Mike Smith and his weekly disruption is quality stuff. Rocky Russo and the Stars, their season underway. Tough start, 1-6, but opportunity. They'll be at the Icebox, I believe, Friday. Either Friday or Saturday. They're home one day. They have a road game and then they have a home game as well. Listen, here's what happens in the Big Ten. You get an opportunity to correct what ails you, to fix what ails you the next week. I think the simplicity is play the game the way at a base level you can have the most success. And I think every Husker fan will say the big guys up front will determine how this thing plays. It's nice to see the Golden Boy. It's good to see the skill position guys get a pub. It's good to rain down praise on the secondary. But this is a front 7 versus 7. When we talk about 7-on-7 football, Nebraska 7-on-7, it's fat guy football. Don't get fooled. Don't get fooled. Don't let your eyes tell lies. The big guys will determine how this is. It's a week of big guy football. I'm going to scream from the rooftop. Go Fat Guys!
A business's phone is the lifeline to its customers and potential clients. That's why it's so important that you can take calls seamlessly from anywhere, whether you're on the road or in the office. Hamilton Business Technologies can help ensure your phone rings wherever you are. We can equip your headquarters and any of its locations with the right tools for smooth, professional call handling. As the official business IT partner of the Huskers, we know how to keep Nebraska businesses connected. Learn more at hamiltonisbusiness.com.
Hungry for something real? Come to HF Crave, Lincoln's favorite spot for burgers that are anything but basic. Locally sourced Nebraska beef, hand-cut fries, and bold flavors that'll make your taste buds cheer. Whether you're craving the classics or ready to try